Disco, we are live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, to another RC Jedi Academy. Hello. Grab your coffee, grab your croissants, grab your breakfast cereals, grab your orangutans, whatever it is that makes you happy. Come on down to the RSG marketplace where we're having a little sit down, a little get together, where we call it the Jedi Academy, where we bring the best and the brightest of people.
Whoa.
What?
Mike, you joined?
Oh, my fellow Brit amigos joining.
Mike? Is that really you, Mike?
Oh, people are going to get confused now with two British accents. We are
so
going to be able to mess with people's heads.
Standing in.
Oh yeah, I know you didn't do introductions yet, but Mike joining Jedi Academy after like months is kind of a big deal.
Well, you know, my name is Sweary, and I like to do swearing. I like to swear all day long, so come do swearing with me. Hello, Mike.
How you doing?
Where's your sweary daughter? Is she in the premise of coming in and going, wonderful all day?
Yes, she is asleep at the moment. I might go through later and poke her with a stick just for the shits and giggles that will bring.
That's fine.
How have you been? Are you well?
Wellish.
You're Welsh now? When did you become Welsh?
No, he's not Welsh. She said well-ish.
No. Yeah, well,
that's kind of an insult there, Finn. You should apologize.
He's the one that said he became Welsh. I don't know where that came from.
He said well-ish. Come on.
Yeah, Finn's...
He 100% said Welsh.
You heard it here first. Finn is racist against British people, so there you go.
I fractured my shoulder back in February.
Uh-huh. Well, why'd you go and do that?
Yeah. Apparently, I knew that lockdown was coming, and I decided to lock myself down beforehand.
Right.
Literally, just before lockdown, I fractured my shoulder, and I think I've ruptured a tendon or something in the shoulder with the fracture. So yeah, life's interesting. Life's lots of.
Oh, stop your bitching! You have another one.
Yeah. So
we're glad to have you back there, Mikey.
I did. I was on a show a couple of weeks back. I popped on, but you weren't there, and I'm like, I can't be doing this. I've got to be on a show with Ranger.
Well, that's right. That's that's right.
I'm impressed by the way that I was expecting to see kind of like like two eyes and a beard. So well done on the personal grooming.
Well, yes, I've maintained, brushing my teeth and using deodorant. Build a wall.
That's new. When did that start?
Yeah, no, I've always done that. And in between, I build a wall, several, and created a paradise. Cured some diseases, didn't tell anybody, and just mayhem and mischief in my world. Got my Galactic Legend Ray, got my bounty hunter team. I'm just I'm living the dream, Mike.
Yay!
Imbibing large amounts of bourbon. So I mean I can't complain.
Well, I'm good. So I'm good. I couldn't have you abstaining. Prohibition. It's not good.
I don't stain. Yeah, that's for. Well, I can't use that word. Also joining us, we've got the Nev.
Hello,
Governor.
Governor.
And also we have the lovely Jedi Master Dasha. Hey, Jedi Master Dasha.
Good morning.
Good morning. Guess who you're facing today in GAC?
Well, I've already,
And I was really hoping you would just cheese defense against him.
I was tempted to do a full silly Jedi defense.
You were scared.
I almost did.
You were scared.
I didn't think about it, and I actually almost didn't set defense in time. I was literally scrambling the last 30 minutes to set something. I was like, well, if nothing else, I have the auto set that would save from what I did last time. So if I had more time, I would have put more thought into, like setting something more fun. But I was like, well, he's probably wanting a straight up battle, so I'll set some good stuff.
Well,
and he set some good stuff, and I already attacked him. So you'll see what
yes, because we're going to stream it.
It's pretty bad. So he has a really good chance to win.
Well, you guys have faced each other before, and I don't remember.
It was horrible. I mean, I attacked late last night. I probably should have just waited, but I wasn't sure if I'd have time today to get main attacks in.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew he was gonna stream it with you.
Yep.
I was like, well, I should at least have something going, just so it's up there and whatnot. But now I'm gonna be embarrassed because it's so bad.
No, just frame it the other way. You heard it here first. Adastra threw the fight against Thane Kyrell in order to make him happy.
That's a bunch of horse shits. We know better.
That was very nice of you, Adastra.
No, that's not
I
what
mean,
she
I
did.
did have fun experimenting, so there's that. I
Sure.
always love
See?
experimenting in 3v3. I mean, in Grand Arena.
We'll
in
call it
general.
experimenting.
It's
It's called throwing the fight. It's okay.
Yeah, throwing the fight in my ass. But yeah, so after Jedi Academy, we'll do my GAC. Won't take long because I have Galactic Legend Ray. My opponents don't, so we'll go for the full clear and the 700-point victory.
And then you'll do his after yours?
Yep, right afterwards, we're going to go right into, we'll do Minnie Mouse's, the fourth Okage's fight.
Yeah.
We'll get that squared
Dang,
away.
I probably won't get to see it. I was hoping.
Well, it'll be on
I'll be
YouTube. You can
in
go
the
back
middle
and watch it. Yeah, you'll be able to watch it.
So I don't know if I'd be able to sneak away for it.
That's just
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
I have to go to the
that's
bathroom. Like, God damn, she's got a
For an
bathroom.
hour?
Man, she really must have had some bad cheese
Something
yesterday.
didn't agree with me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in the. Yeah.
You just say it's a woman thing, and they'll be like, well, we can't really say anything. I mean, so. All right, so we got our panel, and we got a little sidetracked because Mike peered and threw us completely off. But this is the Jedi Academy. It's a straight Q&A show, and we're here to answer your questions. And the way it works is if you have a question, well, we've got the answer for you. And so the way it works is all you need to do is get your question into the chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement. Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman, will get it scooped up, and we will then, rock and roll from there. So it's pretty simple. We got this great panel, and we'll go around robin. If you have a specific question, you can do that. It's not that hard. So also, if you wouldn't mind giving us a thumbs up and hitting the subscribe button, it makes a big difference. Welcoming all you guys in the chat to another Jedi Academy. I'm excited, even though we have absolutely nothing to really go over this week, because there was really absolutely nothing that was posted this week. So, yeah. So we're
it was a lean.
I guess we'll
week,
talk
wasn't
about our feelings or something. I don't know. Usually I say, what's on your mind for the game this week? And it's like, no, let's not do that. There really wasn't any news. I mean, Jesus. Yeah. I can't think of anything. Just... Yeah.
Tasha Camino is returning on 6/4/2020.
That's right. 6/4/20. Here we go, baby. And also big shout out to Ouchie Girl. She got her Darth Malak. I worked with her yesterday to get the dark side and the light side battles done, and she has got her new mallet. So congrats to Ouchie Dumpling for joining the dark side of the Force. Finally, her anger has come forward. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody just joined the panel. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God, it's an Aussie.
Oh, God. There he is.
That's all right. He's outnumbered by Brits. Don't worry. Don't
Yeah.
worry,
Yeah, I know.
Ranger.
I know.
2
that.
pints and a packet of crisps, please.
We're getting a good coverage here.
We need some convicts in here just to break up the gentry. This is BS.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Yes.
Good morning.
Hello. It's Heinze from the ANZGC. Coming off his drunken stupor with Grid last night. I was there for a while, but then Yeah, I went to bed.
I
It's too
don't blame
late.
you. I don't blame you. No, it's fine.
I have to be up in the morning to do Jedi Academy, so I can only hang out for a little while.
It was good that someone should be.
But we saw some fights. How did the fight end up? Did you full clear? No, you couldn't full clear because you get Ray.
No, we didn't full clear. 2 Rays either side.
Yeah,
we
pretty
threw
much.
good teams against it though. We threw the Oreos against it, so the 2 Finns and a Poe.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah,
so we did that, but no, we did some crazy stuff, and we were as efficient as possible.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. But no, it's all good. Life's pretty cool. Just been playing that new Lego game. Aussies get it. So we've been mucking around with that at the moment, and no, it's been crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I saw the new Lego Star Wars game. It looks interesting. I'll probably check it out because it's Star Wars. I always check out every Star Wars game, but
they're going after the Clash Royale sort of style market, basically. So very similar.
All right. Well, we'll definitely dick around with it over here because it's Star Wars. I mean, it's what we do here. So, kind of Star Wars channel. So, have to.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's as long as it's fun, we'll have some fun with it. So, yeah. All right. Get your questions in because I can tell you this right now. It's better to get your questions in sooner rather than later because there is a cutoff for questions. So if you want to get your questions in, now is the time to do it. Don't be waiting to the last minute because we will have a cutoff, and then if your question comes out later, that's okay. We can still help you answer your question. You can message directly or in our Discord, but that's not going to be a problem. So get your questions in. Let's talk real quick before while Finn's getting set up with all the questions coming in, and I'm sure we'll probably get some of these. So I'll address this right now. Galactic Legend Ray in 3v3 is just stupid. That's why one of the reasons I hate 3. It's always some character, either Malik or Gas, or this time it's the Galactic Legends, and especially Ray. Man, I've just been doing it on purpose. I've done 7 battles. I've always had a Galactic Legend. My opponents haven't, and I'm winning big time. They same thing. It's a rinse and repeat of what happened the last 7 matches. I put Galactic Legend Ray down south. They can't clear it. 6 battles, they can't touch it, and you know, it's crazy, man. Like how ridiculously OP Ray is in 3s. I mean, there are people here and there that are beating it, but it's like few and far between, and it's really it's really bad, man. I see you've been dealing with it too, man. I want to get everybody's thoughts on this.
Yeah, I've been dealing with a few. We've knocked a few off. We have knocked a few off.
But you've got do you have a Kylo or?
No, I don't. That was the best bit. I was losing my mind when I did it. It was mental. But no, I don't have Kylo. I'm probably about, I don't know, a couple of weeks away, probably from unlocking.
Yeah.
But that's the only hard counter. I mean, they designed those 2 characters for that reason. One counters the other one, you know.
Well, it's interesting in 5s it's easier to counter them than it is in 3s because you don't have enough firepower and stuff to do it.
The whirlwind goes too quick. Especially the unultimate ones, the non-ultimates. It's just, well, you know, the whirlwind kicks in and just rips you apart. Yeah,
and you can't do anything. Like it's nothing. You know, you're not facing any Galactic Legends, right? In your bracket.
No, the top half, the top half of my roster, just the algorithm is never going to put me against someone with Kylo Ren or Galactic Legends Ray because I've got like 6 relict, and then the rest are all gear 12s and gear 11s. So that my roster is not top heavy enough to be matched against someone with a GL, because obviously anybody with a GL is going to have a half a dozen to a dozen. Sorry, no, they're going to have a dozen relic characters and then their GL and then their regular relic characters. So it's just never going to happen.
Yeah,
it's never ever going to happen.
What GP are you running?
4.1 mil in Division 2.
Okay, yeah, Yorkie's 4.5. The thing I'm realising is so many people around the 4 million, sub 5 million. I was chatting earlier with some friends about it, that the number of people sub 5 that just neglect ships complete. You know, it's like, why? Use your ships. So I'm getting wins through my ships.
My ship GP is like 1.7. So
yeah. I mean, Yorkie's 4.5 million now. And he's pretty much even, slightly higher on the squads to fleet ratio, but not by much. And throw negotiator on defense and getting the wins. They just can't get through it. But yeah, so that would be my tip. Don't neglect ships. Ships are your best crystal income, because a lot of people can't get up into the top 10 or whatever in arena to get anywhere near that. However, ships, so many people neglect them.
Yeah, what's been your experience though on your main account with your Galactic Legends there, Mike? And we'll get you to Jedi Master Destra.
So I faced, I was struggling. I've got to be honest, I was struggling, and a guildmate gave me the solution. So, okay, I'm fortunate that I have both. Neither of them are ultimate.
Yeah.
I'm halfway on both on the ultimates.
Okay.
But for Rey, it's Supreme Leader, let me get my shirt off and throw my mask on the ground, Ren, and his two mates, Hermit Yoda and Wat.
Mm-hmm.
And that, yeah. Okay, so I mean, the thing is that normally you end up just with Kylo standing sort of thing, but no, it's a one shot, and that's against ultimates.
Yeah.
But that's the only way. I mean, that's the only way I found for one shotting successfully. Otherwise, it's throw your crap at her until she turns yellow, and then throw in like gas thrown, whatever your combo is, fracture her, and then go to town. Yeah. It's nasty. Yeah, it's the divide, isn't it? It really is. Well, it's one of the divides. The next one's probably going to be fleets and Y-wings, but yeah.
All right, and Dasha, how are you facing off with the Galactic Legends?
Oh, well, considering my GP, every one of my opponents has both now. It's definitely changed things big time here. You know, we knew it would, especially in 3v3. And then having some of these oddball combinations. You know, the standard stuff, I can kill no problem. These weird ones are the harder ones to one-shot. I mean, ideally, you can work it all down, you know, like Mike just said, you can just whittle away and then you send in a strong team. You can do Sith Empire too after you whittle Rey down. I mean, generally, you're always gonna see her on defense. People a lot save Kylo for offense, because at least in my opponents or whatever, they use Kylo against my Rey. I use Kylo against their Rey. So usually you don't set both of them just for that guaranteed one shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could set both to mess with people. I mean, it's a different world with Galactic Legends involved.
Yeah. I know, Finn, you're not facing any, so.
Nope, I'm like Nev. I just keep my top end of my roster down, so I don't have to face any.
There you go. All right, so that's our stories with Galactic Legend Rey, and All right, let's move on to the questions. The little Minx Finn has been collecting all the questions. We'll just go make it easy. We'll start from the top and work our way around there. Finn. Question number 1 to the Nevinator.
Okay. So, question to you, Nev, from Lego Calrissian. And the question is, what is the best non-Galactic Legend, non-meta team for Darkseid GOTB?
Oh, blimey. Bounty Hunters. Bounty Hunters, Bosk-led Bounty Hunters with the Thet Bros, Cad Bane, and Dengar. I mean, all right, maybe not necessarily gear 12 towards the latter phases, but phases 1 and 2, I'll do 4 of 4 with that on state of phases 1 and 2. Maybe not necessarily phases 3 and 4, but I will definitely, I'll do it. You've got to do it manually. You can't do it on auto. But, once you've got can't do it on auto, but once you've got that contract up, easy.
You heard it here
Yeah,
first.
Bounty
Nev likes to do it manually.
I like to do it manually.
Some ruthless work.
Yeah, well, my answer
Yeah.
would be Night Sisters. They've always been a team that I always run
Yeah.
there. They're just amazing. 'Cause especially in the later phases, you run on the bounty hunters. If you get that old Mace Windu, that's not good.
You got to use them in the right zone or the right.
Yeah, you've
combat.
got to use them in the right zone.
Right, you have to be
You've got to pick
careful,
your
but yeah.
battles.
But
Yeah, I
what
was
I
gonna
did-
say you could definitely choose, but yeah, Night Sisters are usually they're solid in every phase. They're one of my favorites to use, definitely.
yeah, especially if you got Relic Daka, because with her Zeta, she starts getting all that health. Especially in like phase 3 and 4, I can get either 3 for 4 or 4 for 4 sometimes with them. Because Daka's the MVP. The nicest about dying, she starts getting this giant health pool. And she can't die. So I'll go and spread plague. Oh, the team's wiped out. Res them up. Spread plague again. Oh, the team's dead. Res them up. Because they can't kill Daka. It's amazing.
You can get that initiate loop going.
Yes, it's pretty much over. It's like
that's so much fun.
yeah, like
And I completely understand everybody going for the Night Sisters. It's just that not every single person invests in the Night Sisters, and everybody invests in Bounty Hunters because they want Millennium Falcon and Chewie, and it's one of those. Easy
oh yeah,
stuff.
don't get me wrong. I love bounty hunters. Problem is,
We just wanted to acknowledge the sisters too.
yes, we just
Oh,
want
yeah.
to say as another team, right?
I would say don't sleep on the First Order too. Without Supreme Leader Kylo Ren unmasked, having an irresistible stun is one of the better abilities for Darkseid Gotv. Because most of the other ones, you're not going to be able to land.
Especially
debuffs.
now with Hux and
But-
Sith Trooper. Good lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nasty.
So, and I don't consider them meta without the Supreme Leader Kylo, right? So I'm saying when you're saying non-Galactic Legend, non-meta teams, I'm going to throw in non-Supreme Leader Kylo First Order in there, with Kylo
Yeah,
Ren kind of being a
absolutely.
huge linchpin on that.
And they fixed it where because with First Order I did this before too, but sometimes you would get stuck in like an infinite loop on, wave 4, depending on your enemies, where I couldn't kill the clones and they couldn't kill me. So I'd be in this loop for like a while. And it used to be you couldn't close out, you would lose all your battle progress. But they have since there's been an update, I don't know when it happened, but now if you retreat or quit or whatever that battle, it'll save your progress. So if you don't want to be stuck in a loop for like an hour, you can just take the 3 out of 4 instead.
All right. Next.
Mr. Red has got to be the MVP of that squad.
Yeah, Mr. Red Lobster for the seafood lover and all of us. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I was talking
Especially
before
on-
Red. I did this
I know what you're
before
talking about, Dasha. I've been in one of those loops with the Night
'Cause I was
Sisters
like, it
against
was both the
Padme.
music
Good lord.
And the press, and I'm like, I can't quit because it'll be a 0.
I know.
But will this ever finish?
I had a 20-minute fourth round phase 3 battle against Padme. I'm like, Jesus, just die already.
Do you remember that in Hoth also? Right, we used to use Night Sisters in Hoth TB, and if you took an Acolyte with Zombie, there were instances where you were just left with those two. So we had to put out guild messages: do not use Acolyte with your Night Sisters team if you're doing waves with them, because you can get stuck.
Yeah, I remember that. That was hilarious. And then same thing. If you quit, you would lose all the progress.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all the memories. All right.
The good old days.
Yeah, them good old days. Them guys are here. Let me tell you something right there. Well, I tell you what. All right, speaking of them good old days, let's go right down there, down under the Heinze person.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right, so Heinze question from Asuka Meow.
Meow meow.
And her question is: I saw a Galactic Legend Rey with Raid Han and Chewie and got smoked.
Oh,
Has anyone seen this comp before, and
Yes.
how do you beat it?
you don't.
Oh, you're right.
Actually, that's what I just fought. I have very good insight now. That was my very first time seeing that.
Yes, how did it go, Jedi Master Dasha?
I'm not surprised.
What's really I should upload the vid. I actually could have won. So I'm
Oh,
really salty because I did one misplay and it cost me the battle. I was like,
Misplay.
crap!
yeah.
I'm going back to my theory. Adastra threw the match for Minato.
I shouldn't have battled so late. That was hard, but it was still my fault. I'm just like, oh crap! Why did I do this? I should have did this, and I would have been able to beat it. So yes, it is beatable if you play it right.
What do you think, Heinze?
Oh, look, it's one of those teams, certainly. We're finding all of this theory crafting now with Ray that works and what doesn't work. I'm not surprised it works great. I mean, you throw the lifeblood around, gives them survivability, and then they just start ripping into you really quickly. Then you get a whirlwind up straight away. So it's not a surprise that they're certainly hard to beat or unbeatable, almost unbeatable. But yeah, obviously the compositions for Ray, they're thick and fast now, the more we use them, which is like any new character, of course. But yeah, we're finding some crazy ones there. I mean, the Barris and L3 is nasty as well. There's certainly a lot of different combinations that are not fun. And the only hard counter against her, as we said, is Legend Kylo.
Or you keep your own Galactic or Legend Ray to use against it, right?
You can, but the mirrors for Ray aren't as great as, say, chucking Kylo at it, for sure.
Well, it's actually, so what you do with Ray is you just time you let them do their ultimate first, and you just have yours waiting. As soon as she does hers, you hold, miss, and then you do yours, right? You can manipulate the AI and do stuff,
Yeah,
so.
the majority of the time, if you've got it, you normally, for instance, in GAC, you're putting it on defense, just, to throw that against it, because if they're also putting, Ray on defense, it comes down to an efficiency war at the end.
Yeah.
And who can do what, so it gives you a far better chance.
Yeah.
Was it a Clash last week?
Clash!
I think that said he was using Galactic Legend Ray, Han and Chewie, but then like L3 and Vandor, and he managed to get the guard on Ray because he was able to get the health and protection of L3 and Vandor higher than his Galactic Legend Ray.
Yeah, I think he was messing with mods and stuff to try to make that work, because unfortunately her health is just stupid when you get her to like Relic 7, because she get all those bonuses at each tier. She gets 10%, right? So by the time you get to Relic 7, kind of hard to take off all her mods and stuff, which I don't know if that's necessary.
Yeah, but he said he managed to do it, and that seems like it could be very nasty even in 5s. Like I know right now we're talking about 3 because it forces the guard on Ray. You can do whatever you want, but if you can manage to get the guard on Ray in 5s, that's pretty nasty also. Yeah. I was surprised when Clash said he was able to do that. I was like, damn, that is a lot of health and protection on L3 and Vandor to get that done, but that's impressive.
Yeah. All right, next question for our other Bretonian, Michael W. Huntington III.
Okay. So, Mike, question from Goliath, and the question is, I'll be unlocking Rey tomorrow.
Yay!
What gear relic level should she be before pushing for the ultimate?
Oh, good question.
Just say it.
As high as possible, which hopefully you've been, because you're working towards it, you've been hoarding everything that she needs, or as much of what she needs as you can. And also you're the benefactor of some major Zeta mat drops and Omegas and everything that we've had recently. So hopefully you've got quite a few Zetas set aside. Ideally, all of them. Yeah.
You have to be Relic 7 and 6 Zetas.
Just to put it into context, I didn't realise. So anyone that hasn't unlocked Rey or Kylo, scroll down. There is a 6th Zeta. I was running in Arena for 2 weeks before I realised that I was still missing a Zeta on mine. So
like, my race sucks. Why is she working? God.
Yeah, I was getting a bit frustrated. Like, what? Why am I struggling here? Why? And then it was like, light bulb moment. I scrolled down, and I'm like, why is there a red one here? Okay, off we go. So Yeah, especially when you going for the ultimate.
Has to be
The
maxed.
ultimate, even with the guides and everything, there's still the potential for things to go south really quick. It's 70 tickets a go, so my advice would be get her up to the maximum you can to go for that.
You really have to, because
otherwise
it's made for that
looking
reason.
right?
It's a wall, right? We talk about for the Rey and Kyle event. The first wall is getting the characters to qualify to go get the shards. Then the first 3 tier battles are not that bad. You have to be smart about it, and you have to, we've got videos on it, like who you should use and what mods you should be using, right? But once you figure out how to do it, it's tier 1, tier 2. Tier 3 is a paper, rock, scissors. You got it. That's the second wall. The third wall is then you've got to take their ass to Relic 7 and have the Zetas, because tier 4, 5, and 6 are no joke. And trust me, you will be very upset if you go in there for 70 tickets a pop, because it's 840 tickets in total that you will need to do tier 4 once, tier 5 once, and then do the ultimates 10 times. And then the ultimate battles are no freaking joke. And if you go in there with a weak Rey, you just lost 70 tickets. And trust me, those things are a pain in the ass to farm and get. So you just set yourself back up a couple days because, you try to go in there with weak sauce. I can't express to you, especially Kylo. Kylo's even worse than Rey. Do not go into the ultimate battle with Kylo with a Relic 5 Kylo and not all your Zetas. You are going to get slapped down by Rey for the ultimate battle. And you may get slapped down in the 4 and 5 tier battles. So just get the Zetas on. Don't be Mike. Don't forget a Zeta. I wonder why this is so hard.
So on the plus side, of course, once you're going for the ultimate tickets, my recommendation is to farm the 2 lots of Kairos. I'm up to almost 400 on both now, just through farming tickets for the ultimates.
No, see, I went a different route. I will farm Kyrotex, but I will get them from other places, because I was like, I got to get this done as quickly as possible, so I just went 1D for Rey and just got mass tickets that way. And I was like, I'll get Kyrotex in other places and stuff. So if you want to be a little bit slower, I think Mike is right. You can get your Kyrotex, but it's going to take you a little bit longer to do because the ticket drop rate, it is what it is, man. So, and on the one hand, you're farming Kyrotex and you're getting Kyrotex, yay! On the other hand, your ticket rate is going to be slower, right? And it's going to take you a little longer. So it's how you want to do it. All right, let's go to the next question to JMA.
Okay. Adastra, question to you from What Else 73. And the question is, how many Jedi teams did you make for 3v3 and what were your leaders?
All of them. Yeah, I did it a few times now where I set all Jedi just to see if I could, how it would look. But as we have more Jedi in the game, it was easier in a sense to, combine them into groups. So here, let me pull up my.
Better get a spreadsheet going here.
I keep track of my silly stuff that I do. So the recent one of them. So yeah, so what I first do is I choose the leaders. What leader do I want to represent? Because that's one plus side. Jedi, they have 1 million leaders, so you can mix and match quite a bit. So for me, some of my favorites is always do Qui-Gon, Bast, those traditional ones.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I'm doing them all, I do the Lumi lead.
Oh no!
I've been doing different combos with her, trying to, but she's just, sadly, it's never ever gotten a defense.
Yeah,
all my times I've set a Lumi lead squad.
Shocking!
Never defended.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, her leadership just isn't enough oomph. So I was kind of hoping Cam could maybe help with that, but nope.
No.
But and then Zaris is a good one though. One of my combos that I did with Zaris, Hermit Yoda, and Scarif. So it's just one of those annoying little timeout teams, a lot of healing. And Scarif will have buffs and gets healed. So I usually stick it in the back somewhere, so if they used up a lot of stuff, they might not have something to just straight up one-shot it. And then other fun ones is the Ema Guy lead. So I've been trying different things with that. And I kind of cheat and I'll stick Dooku with him because Dooku used to be a Jedi, so it kind of helps me feel
That doesn't count.
Ema Gundai kit.
Come on.
So that's my 3 that I've been doing with them.
Well, I use Palpatine with my Jedi team because, well, he killed a bunch of Jedi, so he knows.
Because there's not enough Jedi to do a full set, so I have to fill it in where I can.
That's
so that
true.
One's kind of a fun fill-in.
But then how did your
Then
defense hold?
GK, then I do GK, Snips, Anakin is another one that I've done before.
Goodness
Good,
gracious.
solid, or you can do, I've also did GK, Zaris, Cam.
That's a
another
good one.
fun one. That's like kind of another one of those. Could be annoying. I've gotten compliments on it, but it still got one shot. I'm like, well, it obviously wasn't that great if you one shot it.
Yeah, it was really tough. I killed it. Got 54 banners. Thank you.
And then Ayla is another fun one to kind of plug on various games. Like I've been preaching Ayla for a while, but she's great under fast lead. She's great under any of the leads really, but my favorite is Fast because of the extra counter chances, since Ayla isn't guaranteed to counter on her own. But the Bast Ayla Ezra is kind of one of those common ones out there. Or Bast Jolie Ayla, it can be a nasty one, because then you have the revive and then the assists. So a lot you can do with that.
But we want to know how they did do on defense.
Yeah. That one is good.
But did you win? Did they just go in there and wipe out all your Jedi and we had an Order 66 situation?
Oh no, I've gotten defense with them. Yeah, because it throws people off that don't.
Oh, I'm sure.
All these other leads, the Qui-Gon Jinn. I've gotten defense with the Qui-Gon Jinn.
Nice.
Because I have mine are also all decked.
Well, yeah, yours are pretty decked out, but that's why I'm curious.
I was going to say, aren't yours all R7 now or something?
Madness.
Yeah, so I have Relic 7 on most of my decks.
Madness!
So I'm gonna get a few defense here and there. But the fast one is legit no matter what. I mean, you don't have to have Relic 7 for the fast lead stuff.
No.
So what relic levels waste of space?
What?
Sorry, Eve Koff. Eve Koff. I call him waste of space.
What
relic level you got in?
Fully disagree. So he's still one of my relic ones, I believe.
Yeah.
I think that's I've given it to.
Wait. I only have 6 more that I need to relic 7, and then But the most painful one is gonna be Hermit Yoda, because he literally does not need relic 7.
Neither does Eth Koth, but I digress.
At least he kind of contributes sometimes to damage.
Sure. Let's go with that. Alright, let's go to the next question. Dr. Finn, we're back up top. We're going crazy. We're going back to Nev.
So actually, the next one is a question for the panel. So we'll kind of go around, and we'll start with Nev here. But the question is from Elliot Worsfold. And the question is, I'm still having a hard time balancing defense and offense in 3v3. I feel like my defense is too weak. Any suggestions to achieve balance? So starting with you, Nev.
Look for something in your roster that you really don't think that your opponent's going to get past. Just really, if it might be your ships, you might be able to look at your ships and go, right, okay, my mill's great and I've got a decent enough attack, so put your stronger team on defense, and then you worry less about your characters that you're putting in. If you've got a character squad that you really, really have a lot of confidence in, that you don't think that your opponent can get past, just throw them on the back line with whatever other teams. If you can find something that you think's going to create a brick wall that your opponent isn't going to get past, you're going to worry less about your defense, and you're going to be able to concentrate more on your offense, and you're going to have more fun. The less you're worrying about your defense, the more you're going to have fun with your offense.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I know for me, 3v3s aside, almost all GAC, I always concentrate on one thing on defense. Good teams that are going to take banners, right? Because I always go in going, they're going to full clear me, right? Because I don't know what they're going to do on defense or hold for offense. So I just go with the assumption they're going to full clear. However, like in fives, for me, I always go with the mentality, what are my best teams secondary, right? And one really crazy good team that's going to take banners. So if you go back and watch what I did on fives, they'd be in the 1800s. Yeah, they full cleared me, but they lost banners all over the place. I had the Grievous team. I put Padme on defense in certain places. I had certain zones that had certain teams where it's like, yeah, you're going to kill it. But if you do, you're going to lose like a ton of banners, so that when I go in with all my offensive firepower with my Darth Revan, my Jedi Revan, my CLS, my JTR team, and down the line, I'm just going to full clear you, and I'm going to get 60 banners a shot, right? So, and if you think about it, some of the teams that you can put that you can work on to put down on defense, if you want, I always use Night Sisters on defense. I use Bounty Hunters on defense. I use Grievous on defense, right? Certain teams like that, First Order. Those teams you can use them for offense, but for me, I like them on defense. They're just banner stealers, right? They just, they're going to get some banners taken away from the other team. And they're not the teams primarily that I will use for offense. Because when I think of offense, I think of characters that I can either use for solo, like Malik and Gas. Characters or teams that I know that I can go in and get, mad points, like JTR. If I see First Order JTRs going in and I'm getting 60 points. CLS, those are the kind of teams you want to keep for offense because they're just better on offense, right? You don't want to put CLS on defense. You want to keep CLS for offense because it gives you flexibility on your offense to be more efficient. So that would be my recommendation. Anything from you, Highnessy?
That's about right, man. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, keep the plug and play attack teams that you can use across a lot of different defense teams. Leave your options open for flexibility. We do that quite often where possible. Darth Revan, obviously, you can plug and play.
Yeah.
Gas, you can plug and play. CLS, you can plug and play. I just don't put them on defense. They just probably don't hold.
They're too good.
Just too good to have there when you know that you can throw them basically against anything and you can get the banners.
Yorkies, I run two accounts, so one's quite big, so it's like 7.3 million, and Yorkies 4.5 million, and I've thrown in a 4-star. Admittedly, he's got the Zeta on it. 4-star Hux, Gear 8, with a Gear 9 Mr. Red, and a Gear 8 Zetaed Fost. And I got 2 holds in this round just gone. Well, sorry, 2. No, I got 1 hold, 2 battles out of it. So little things like that, they're not super high geared. They're not 7 stars. They're all 2 6-stars and a 7-star. Yeah, Fost is 7-star. The other 2 are 6. I'm farming them.
Yeah,
but
you want what we call trip up teams. Unconventional teams that people don't have a standard counter for, and the trip up teams are the ones that will win you a GSC or they won't.
Yeah,
teams that cancel out countering and stuff like that also and counter. Yeah, definitely. Your Geos and stuff like that, and Dooku's and stuff that's just going to hit back nasty. Like you say, still banners.
Still banners, man. It's all it's all about.
And also, I know I'm flogging a dead horse here at the bit to a heart, but check out their ships. Like I say, Yorkie, I looked at both opponents. Normally, I keep Negotiator for the guaranteed win in my fleet battle. But I looked, and neither of my opponents had anything that I could see that could touch it. And I was proven right on that. So ships can also win you the battle. As long as, it like the question says, it's a balance. You need to keep enough back for you to feel happy enough or confident enough that you'll get your full clear, or whatever expectation you have? How many toons or fleet squads you take out in your normal GAX, and then look at what that requires, and then what's left, and then get creative.
And then you want to add their Jedi. That's to you, Adastra.
Yeah, it was touched on pretty good. It's going to vary roster to roster view of what options they have. So obviously, you know, the higher brackets, you're going to have way more options of what you can use in splitting up your defenses, so you can kind of adapt more easily, I think. Because right away you can tell, oh, I went too light. I have all this offense left. So I can set more stuff next time and still get the clear. So at the, you know, if you only have so many of your meta teams, you know, say you only have, obviously no Galactic Legends, we're not even going to touch that. So say you have, like, you know, the standard Revens, you could set one Reven, keep one for offense. Just so then that's one big team your opponent has to use something strong against it. And a lot of times they're going to have to two-step it. So it might be a guaranteed banner drain, as they were talking about, because that's basically the name of the game. You want to have some guaranteed, this is going to eat some banners, or you have to overkill it, and it's going to use up a really good team. So then you can kind of plan accordingly in that regard. You put teams that you know will force a certain counter, and then you put something behind that zone that uses the same counter. So you can kind of track opponents, but that's more easily done in lower brackets where there's less options, so you can set up traps like that more effectively, because you know, oh, they only have this and this that can counter this team. So, and then it allows you to ensure you have enough offense, because if you just set some of these targeted comps, then you have a good chance of tripping them up, because if they just trip up once and you get the one shots, you basically will win. Yeah. So that's kind of how I look at it. Like, what can I do that's different? Or what do I know that they struggle with? Or something along those lines. And then, yes, I agree with ships. Ships have won me the battle before. You know, they one-shot all my ground zones and they got stuck on ships or they messed up. So it's like, yay. And I hate ships. So
I think it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but Durgan's asking for some clarification about, can you elaborate more on which Jedi you stick in the rear and in the front?
That's the fun question at the end, though. You ruined it.
Not Mike. This is what Mike does.
I guess
I totally had it saved.
Sorry.
No, I need to. Oh, come on, guys.
Sorry, my bad.
But now you have to answer it.
So apparently I need to be a bit more careful how I work. Good Lord.
Around here, never.
I think they're more interested on the rear ones for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
So if you want me to go into details about Jedi some more?
No, I think he was. Don't think this was pertaining to Jedi.
What about the rear?
I mean, he is, but yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. I don't think it pertained to the Jedi. I think it pertained to the rear.
Yeah. The rear of the.
There's no filter.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Now I totally lost all train of thought.
I have that effect.
Yes. So yeah, let's just skip that question. Durgan's being Durgan. He's in the bushes in full camouflage, trying to snipe Adastra. So
Durgan, I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's education from Durgan.
Well, he is one of my apprentices, so.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I think you're being trolled.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I'm not sure where he's at right now. I mean, he's doing good progress.
Yeah, you can't see him. He's there, but you can't see him. Yeah, so Durgan has many tricks of the trade. All right, next question, Finn.
Okay, so Nev, we're at the top here. And for you, question from Ray Rock. And the question is, I just need the finisher gear to have boss gear 13. Does he still need all tenacity mods, or should I keep it 2 tenacity and 1 health mod set?
Huh?
Depends what you.
Huh?
really, that depends entirely on what you're using your bounty hunters for.
Huh?
I mean, if you're using him for offense, you still want to go speed.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, if you're using him on defense, you're
Speed.
still kind of going to go with Django as the lead, not Bosk. So yeah, you don't need to go with tenacity, Ray Rock. Just go with speed, mate.
Yeah.
Just go with speed. Seriously, put those. If you've got some good tenacity mods, throw them on Nest or your Wampa or something, mate. Seriously, just switch to speed on your boss, mate.
You can still go tenacity set with a speed set with like tenacity secondaries on your speed set, but if you go, I don't care how tenacious Bosk is, if you go a Bosk lead with shit speed with the bounty hunters, that's when old Ranger J licks his lips and says, "Well, hello, troopers, go in there and make something of yourself and and get my 60 free banners." You know, I mean, Django lead can only help so much. I mean, the thing with Boss is, ideally you want him hitting with Django lead above 300 speed, right? That kind of makes it hard for people to use troopers against it. Tenacity is great and all, but I mean, you want some tenacity, but you want Boss, because of his Zetas, to taunt immediately, right? And it gets really nasty once you do that. Now, I'm running the bounty hunters with... they're all relic, and I've got Mando and Grief in that team. And let me tell you something. Boss goes first, taunts, and then it's game over. Because the bounty hunters just start going bananas with Mando lead. And I don't run tenacity on my boss. It's just like, boss, just taunt, keep him busy. All right, let's start doing all of our major attacks. Oh, I've got payouts. Someone's about to get disintegrated. You know, so... but for standard team like Django with Bosk, I've ran that team in the past. I'm actually using it in threes. My Django makes my Bosk about 330 something speed, right? Now in threes it's not as effective. Again, a lot of teams get kind of neutered because of threes, but you know, CLS can still stun, right? I've seen people with tenacity up the ass on Bosk and going there with Luke and Chewbacca and be like, well, we still landed the stun. You know, you're rolling the dice if it's going to be resisted. So yeah, run a tenacity set, but your speed set should make him really fast, and look for tenacity secondaries on those mods that you're running with speed. I mean, that's your best bet with Boss. All tenacity and he has no speed, you're going to get troopered. You're going to get slaughtered. You know, it's not effective. Heinz, you're over there shaking your head.
Yeah, sorry, no, I agree. For instance, even the other day, I used Bosk lead in the Rebel Roundup event the other day. I threw him in there because he gets the payout up nice and quickly. Because you can get the all-in brawl. Everyone gets in an assist. You can get the payout up and running really quick. It's great for that. But yeah, mine's at like 296 speed, something like that.
Yeah, so 326 with Django lead, right? So
yeah, it's just mental. So, and that's the thing. So it is super fast. Is certainly the priority of Boss because he's got to taunt quickly, take the hits for everyone else, so that they can get up and running.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of Heinz,
tenacity mods on Zalbar.
I try to remember what I run on Zalbar. I do run the tenacity set on Zalbar, but it's also some other stuff. I make him a beefy boy, but I also have crit chance on him because I do want armor shred hitting, right? So I do want some crit chance on him. He's a mix and match of stuff on Zalbar.
Oh man, I just realized I pulled a tenacity triangle crit damage, I think it was, and it pulled 21 speed.
Hey,
it's on my Zalbar at the moment.
That's a great one for him.
Yeah.
All right, next question, Finn, to Australia and Down Under's finest, Mr. Vegemite.
Okay, but just before we get to the question to Heinzie, really quick, we have 103 people watching and 26 thumbs up. We're at Jedi Academy. So if you can, please take a second to give us a thumbs up. And also make sure after the stream, you check out the YouTube channels of all of our guests. It is listed there, those that are here and those that are frequent visitors but may be unable to attend today. The link is all down below, so make sure you do check that out, visit their page, and give them a subscribe if you haven't.
Yeah, we were going to have Grid, but Heinz got him plastered last night, and yeah, he's toast.
I don't think Heinzie has to do that.
Can we do a poll on the thumbs up?
No. Hey, what can I say? You can't handle the pressure. What can I do?
Yeah.
Can we do a poll on the thumbs up?
A poll.
Yeah, and everyone that gives a thumbs up can tell us whether they gave a thumbs up to the rear or the front of.
All right, Mike, that's enough out of you. God damn it! All right, and then as a program note, after this, we got some GAC coming for you guys. So we're gonna immediately right after Jedi Academy. Any guests here is welcome to join me. We're gonna do my GAC, and then after that, we're gonna set up for Fourth Okage Minato Namikaze's run on the great Jedi Master Dasher's defense in GAC, so that'll be fun as well. And then sometime after that, Finn will be over on Twitch with his GAC, I'm assuming. Yes, good. Yeah, getting the nod. Mm-hmm. So lots of GAC fight action as we continue all of our plans for Kyber, because life is Kyber. And Kyber's life.
Yeah, I'm not really trying for Kyber.
Finn's on his way to Kyber. He's such a lying little turd. He always gets Kyber.
I am, but I'm not trying.
Yeah.
Honestly. We're having fun testing a lot of defenses, and we use a Savage lead this time, and I'll show you guys the results on Twitch, but we're having fun testing out defenses with 3v3.
Okay.
It's fun when you don't have to face
Galactic. You're running Minato's account, is that right? Was it?
Ranger is. No, I don't think he's running it. I think he's just streaming it, right?
Yeah, we'll just stream it. I mean, it'll be on the RSG YouTube, and we'll stream it, and we'll have some fun. Oh, we just got a Woody just donated $5 Australian. He says, "Deploy the thumbs up, people."
Get the thumbs in there.
There you go.
Minato, he's guild leader. He's a flog, that guy.
Yeah, Woody, thank you, my friend. Very much appreciated. All right, now that we got all that out of the way, let's get to the next question to Mr. Foster's for beer.
Yes, sir.
So, Heinze, Jacob Ward has a question, and the question is, I've got Rey and almost got Ultimate. Do I go for Kylo or work on the rest of the roster? I have all the major metas, but could use more relics on my A-/B+ teams.
I'm in the very, very similar position to you at the moment. I've got 9 Ultimate mats at the moment. I'm one off getting the 10. But I'm actually thinking about hanging on to the Ultimate mats at the moment and saving them up for Kylo because I'll be unlocking him next. I like Rey, to be honest, without the Ultimate, because she just whirlwinds a lot more, does a lot more damage at this point. She's harder to beat, obviously, with the Ultimate. But my research, I've been told that obviously the Kylo Ultimate events is a lot more difficult than the Rey one is. So I can sort of slow burn that, she'll still be effective. But I'm still tossing up between the two at the moment.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing that. I will not be doing that, and I didn't do it. I put the Ultimate on Rey.
Are you happy you did that, or would you have preferred to keep it for Kylo?
No, because I know how to do the Kylo event. Loki did it. We have it on the channel of how to run the team and how do you beat that event. You still get bad RNG. He had one where he went 10 for 11 because he had one match where something weird happened with the RNG and it didn't play out the way it normally does. That happens. There's just nothing you can do. But it's about ramping up Kylo. So he had a certain team that he used with Sith Trooper and First Order Officer and Hux. And it's just giving Kylo turns over and over again. And we showed how you can do it. So once I saw that, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to put the Ultimate on Rey, and then I've got the guide that I know it works because he did it again and again and again on when we were streaming that I know that I can go in with Ultimate Kylo and get that done.
Well, Ranger, if it's good enough for you, my friend, if it's good enough for you, then I will do exactly the same thing.
Just watch what Loki did. I mean, honestly, Loki, watch what Loki did, man. I'm telling you.
That plan of attack, well, that's more than enough for me. So
you're welcome, my child. I bless thee. I bless thee in the name of the north, the south, the Crocs, and the docks. There you go. All right. Speaking of non-religious folk, Mike Hunt is next for the next question. The heathen himself.
All right. So, Mike, question to you from Robert Johnson. He says, I got Galactic Legend Rey finished up.
Yay!
And starting to get Galactic Legend Kylo Shard.
Yay!
Do I need all 6 Zetas before doing tiers 4 through 6?
We just...
Ideally, yes.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, Ranger went over this earlier. You might have missed it, but you're looking at 840 tokens to get the ultimates, and 4 is a 60 token go. If you go in under prepared, so like under geared and that, then you just setting yourself up for heartache. Better off gearing her up. And the thing is that you're going to have to, you're going to want to get them as geared as high and Zeta as much as possible, so you can slap them into arena and start dishing out some of what you've been taking up till now. So yeah, I mean, ideally max them if you can. Again, I mean, we're getting 5 Zeta mats tomorrow, aren't we, on the daily logins? We've had a lot of Zeta mats recently, so hopefully you've got quite a few saved up. That's the other thing, is a case of managing all your resources and planning. When you start on a road down to unlocking Rey or Kylo, you need the gear to back it up, because otherwise it's going to be really frustrating having something that everyone's just knocking from here to Sunday.
Observe the 6 Ps. Prior preparation prevents piss poor performance.
That's right. Jacob Worsley, we didn't answer his question. Yeah, we did. I don't know if I thought it was the ultimate question. Should you hold it or whatnot? Am I understanding that correctly, Finn? Because
no. The question was, should I go for Kylo or do I focus on the other metas?
Oh, okay.
No, that's not your question. Your question is about the ultimate. It was the last question.
That's
Mike.
what I thought.
We did address
for me. Okay.
That was the last question, but we'll finish this one and then we'll address that again, Jacob. No worries.
So clarify, what is it he's questioning? So do I work on Kylo or do I work on the rest of the roster?
For this one, for Robert Johnson, right? So you are saying that we need all the Zetas and everything before doing the tier.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got Robert's question. We'll go back to Jacob's here. So Jacob's question was, I got Rey, got the ultimate.
Right.
Do I go for Kylo or work on the rest of the roster? I have all the other major metas, but I could use more relics on my A- and B+ team. I thought you addressed it, but we can go through it again.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you've got the rest of the meta done, I mean, if you want, I did this. Jacob? I mean, there was a couple things I wanted to get done before I made my move on Kylo, right? So I wanted to, since I was going for Mando and Grief, I wanted to round out my bounty hunter team, and there was a couple characters I wanted to take to 12, right? My B2 was at 11. And I didn't want to do it because it takes 2 stun guns and a bunch of other bullshit. I was like, God, I don't really want to, but I need to do it. So I took him to 12. Now that all that's done, I'm going for Kylo. Now, if there's some other stuff you want to get squared away and do like that, that's fine before you make your move for your next Galactic Legend, Kylo, then do that. But if not, then just go in for Kylo, right? The sooner you get it done, it's like ripping off these guys ripped that Band-Aid
off. It's like going to the dentist. The sooner you get it done, the better off you're going to be.
Yeah, that's a better analogy, going to the dentist. You don't want to go.
You don't want to go.
You have to go.
CG are kind of missing a trick here, aren't they? If they did something with the finalizer and made finalizer a bit more viable in ships, it would add some incentive to work on all, because I mean, nearly all the First Order are crew members, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's double bubble. So that would double the incentive to actually do stuff on them.
I just got my finalizer, and I will start working on them, but not for Kylo Ren, just for a better fleet, because I've got nothing else to do on that account.
No point without a First Order bomber. It needs a taunting tank, and so does a Resistance fleet. They've even recognised that with the Radis. They both should have been released even before they let the capital ships be available.
One thing also for Jacob is, I don't know what your spending is, and the question that I would ask you for this one is, how far away are you from Kylo, right? Because if you're at gear 12 maybe for the First Order, maybe you're a little bit closer. If you still have some gear 11s and gear 10s, and you may have the shards for all of them, but maybe your gear isn't quite up to speed on Sith Trooper and Hux because they're newer, or you haven't worked on all of the First Order SF pilot and stuff. How far away you are from the Kylo is probably a big factor as to whether or not you focus on your other metas or whether or not you focus on Kylo, because I think, I'll ask everyone here, but I'm somewhat expecting in about 6 months another Galactic Legend to come out.
Yeah.
Right around the end of the year, I would expect another Galactic Legend. So if you spend all this time chasing after Kylo, and you're working on a bunch of characters that maybe you're not going to find useful at all, like you're not going to really use Special Forces SF, and you're not going to use even First Order Officer starts to phase out a little bit now once you get Hux and Sith Empire. And you're going to probably work on characters that aren't going to help your roster. You'll get Supreme Leader Kylo. That's going to be really good. The rest of your roster may fall behind. And then there's a new Galactic Legend. So it's possible that the answer may be something even in between, where you have your one Galactic Legend, right? You have your Rey. That gets you really one of the major parts of it. And I would say the light side one may be a little more important, especially with light side GOTB if you're in a guild that's focused on that for the waves. And maybe just start hoarding, as awful as it sounds, you start hoarding for the next Galactic Legend so that you are prepared to get a Galactic Legend in the next wave, because we've seen that each one upon itself is going to be better than the rest, right? We saw that with the progression of some of the legendary characters. I think we're probably going to see that with the Ultimates too. So the next set of Ultimates or Galactic Legend characters are probably going to be better than Rey and Kylo. In which case, then you might want to just...
That's horrifying to think about.
It is, but you know that's the progression of the game, right?
Yeah.
The newest thing is always going to supersede the previous one. And so at that point, you're just trying to save up. And if the next Galactic Legend does happen to be like a new Luke and a new Palpatine, right? Because they come in twos. You have now resources saved up, and you can decide: do you want to go light side or do you want to go dark side? And you're not going to be scurrying to try and make those decisions. Then you'll have everything kind of saved up.
So the moral of the story is basically make sure that you get your Rolo at Relic 7.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to happen.
Your Hoth Brothers at Relic 5. You better get onto that now, so you're prepared.
Oh, goodness. All right, next question.
But I hope that answered your question, Jacob. It's not an easy question to answer because it depends a lot. I know he said, I have my main First Order at Gear 12, but Phasma and SF are at Gear 8 and little to no
just
spending.
Take your time with it, you know. Just
you haven't factored in their meanest level, though, have you? The next one
CG?
will require... Yeah, the next one will require Galactic Legend Rey and Kylo to unlock.
If they do that, that would be something else.
Yeah, come on, friend. You know they would do that.
Not for the next one.
You think?
The following thing they
Or
would.
maybe the one after, but you know that's coming.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
wouldn't put it past them.
I wouldn't put it past.
All right. Let's go to the Jedi Master Dash with the next question, because let's get off this horrible nightmare thought.
All right. So, Adastra, question from Aramil, ANZGC, and Aramil's question is: what is a better non-meta team for fun, Old Republic or Imperial Troopers? Personally, I am a fan of Old Republic.
Oh, I was gonna say Imperial Troopers.
Yeah, represent.
It's like one of my favorite. It is still
I love
one of
them.
my favorite teams that I use to this day. Like,
I do too.
It is just such a good extra little team. That I use it mainly against like bounty hunters. If you have your speeds or you have it set up, it's gonna be an easy win. You can go against bounty hunters, Night Sisters, and some lesser other teams. But it is one of my favorites because you win in like 30 seconds or less. Like, it is such a blast. But
What
leaning
lineup
towards Old
are you
Republic,
running?
I could say they are good. If you have them built up too, they can take on stuff. But I had to say what I initially thought.
No, I'm with you. I'm on the Imperial Trooper bandwagon. I use them all the time in fives.
I mean, I use Old Republic on defense a lot, so that's also, they're really good for defense, at least for me. Like, I've gotten holds a lot. Mission and Z are such a strong combo.
Yeah.
So you can definitely use them on offense too. Just those two, and you can throw them with whomever, and you can take on a good amount. So, yep. Go with what your heart says, though.
All right.
Broken like a true Jedi.
And
right.
on that note, I need to get running.
Oh.
You want your fun questions?
Oh, I thought I already had the weird
Oh
Durgan
no,
one.
no,
and-
no.
It gets
You have
worse.
two. You
More?
have two queued up fun questions.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
do that real quick.
So first one from
I'm
Minato
scared.
Namikaze, and he asks, "What's been going on with your Fleet Arena rank recently?"
Oh yes, I guess you scouted me when we got matched up, so you saw my rank has kind of plummeted lately. It's mainly just time. I have a horrible. I just never have time for it. Like I keep wanting to change it, but then it would change my arena time, and I like my arena time. So
Hmm.
that's mainly part of it. And my ship shard is ridiculous. It is super hyper competitive in there. Like I can climb the rank 1 and I'll drop past 50 every, So I'm at rank 100 right now.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't care as much. If I don't have time, I don't have time. There's not much you can do. So I think I just have to try to climb sooner. But then we have so many people on the shard, you have to kind of tiptoe around people. Because then you'll piss off someone if you get in their way, or you hit someone when they have their payout in like 5 hours or so. And so it's just,
It's a lot.
and I'm not the biggest fan of ships, so it's kind of a mixture.
All right.
But yeah,
Right, and last-
I do need, it's pretty bad though, yeah.
All right, next question.
Well, Durgan did come in with another fun question.
Okay,
for
here we
you.
go. Here we
Oh,
go.
no.
Prepare
And
yourselves.
his
Oh,
question
no.
is, if I am one of Adastra's Jedi apprentices, would she stick me in the rear?
Jesus.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Oh,
And I am not answering that.
Nor should you.
so that's a yes.
I'm gonna get you back for that though, Durgan.
Jesus. All
I
right.
am never ever talking. I'm gonna be so conscious of how I say stuff from now on.
He'll still
Gosh.
find ways to skew it. Just don't. Just let it go.
It never stops, Durgan.
Yeah, just don't.
It
It's
never
not gonna
stops.
stop him. Just be you, Jedi Master Dasher. Durgan will
I
find.
mean, I can at least eliminate keywords.
No, he'll find a way to
It doesn't
manipulate
work.
it. Yeah, he'll
It doesn't
manipulate
work.
it. Don't worry. Yeah, yeah. It's not worth it. So yeah, he's sitting there with the halo over his head right now. So, yeah, there's no more. Where can folks check you out at Jedi Master Dasher on YouTube?
Oh, okay. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Stay safe.
Hi,
Jedi Master Adastra on YouTube. It's that simple. That's
Yeah,
where
just
you
find her on YouTube. She's
Yes.
so flummoxed she couldn't answer the question.
You have to put some Jedi in the back.
I just wanted to go.
Stay safe.
Go, Jedi Master! Be free from Durgan! Get away! Run! Run!
All right. Yeah.
See you, Jedi Master Dasher.
Bye.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, good luck to
Fourth Akagi.
Minato.
You don't mean that.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
mean
I
good
look
luck
forward
at
to
all.
seeing what he tries on. I set some pretty fun stuff, so I look forward to seeing what he uses. So,
Okay.
Good luck.
All right.
Bye.
We will see soon. All right.
I don't
That's
think
the
she
lovely.
believes that at all.
Yeah.
He wishes him no luck.
Yeah, Jedi Master Dash. You can check her out on YouTube. A lot of Jedi content if you like Jedi content. So there you go. Poor Dasher. Way to go, Durgan. You son of a bitch. All right, back up top we go to the Nevinata.
All right. So Nev, actually, we have an around the corn question again. So let's go ahead and hit that before we move on. Question from Rico. I know you know Rico Heinze.
Rico, my boy, from the Netherlands.
So Rico's question is, what team do you hate the most to play with? So we'll start with you, Nev. The team that you play with that you hate the most.
English cricket team.
Gaffer.
I couldn't help it. It had to be said, man. I'm sorry.
That's I don't really have any. I don't take anything offense that I dislike, to be honest. So there's, I mean, I don't like going in. I don't like attacking with Imperial troopers because sometimes things can go wrong very, very quickly. And yeah, so I don't. I suppose that's why I prefer putting them on defense. But every now and then I'll see Ewoks and I'll think, you know what? Maybe I'll see if my Imperials have got the minerals now. I've done a little bit of work on them, and then they got completely crumble, and I'm like, yeah, wish I hadn't done that. I hate you. I mega loathe you, you Imperial troopers. So yeah, I would say Imperial troopers.
I'll tell you the team that I hate using, and that's Jedi in Lightside Gotv. Relic and all, get in there. I just know I'm going to get slaughtered, and I can't do anything about it. I got to make the attempt, do the best I can, but Jesus, just a bitch slap fest all over the place, man. And I've tried every combination I can. I'm just like, well, that didn't work. Well, that didn't work. All right. Well, at least I got through the first phase one, and I'm in round 2, and now I can die in happy glory Jedi way. But yeah, I can't. I hate it. Like relic characters.
I'm so happy I relic 7'd all these tunes just to get wiped out in one hit.
Yeah, it was even better with JTR, with the relic JTR and Stick Ray and BB-8 and all that other stuff. And I went in there before I had my Galactic Legend Ray, like, hey, I've got some relic 7 characters. I might be able to do slaughtered. I was like, okay, I didn't even get past the first round. That's awful.
Yeah.
The fun TB.
Yeah, Lightside GTB just so fun. Although I am having fun now with my Galactic Legend Ray. She is 4v4 and everything, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
Yeah,
It's like, revenge is mine! Revenge is mine! Screw you, Troy, you can't kill me! Kiss my ass! But then I go in Jedi, I'm like, I've been humbled again.
Okay. So, Nev, your question from the Sedge is, how does speed work with ships?
Better mods, maxed out, and not 4 dots.
No.
You get faster as you gear up your the characters, whoever the crew is. But I mean, ultimately, speed starts from your mods. You know, you want gold mod, you want your 6E mods, and you want them all 5 dot. You want them all level 15, and it doesn't really matter what the set is from a crew perspective. You just need all 6E mods level 15, 5 dots. And then after that, it's a case of, you know, getting them to gear 12, 13, and then, you know, taking them up through the relics, because they'll just get faster and faster and faster. Yeah, there you go. That's the simple answer.
All right. Science.
Mm-hmm.
Science.
Yeah, get an argument with science.
Okay, where do we go next?
Wherever you like, Finn.
I guess next we'll go to Heinze.
All right, that's where Finn likes.
And
That's where Finn likes to
Heinze-
go next.
Question to you from Kane77.
Loves it down under. He's a doctor.
Yeah.
Sorry, brother.
All right, question to Heinze.
Yes, sir.
Are Resistance hero Poe and Finn viable at 4 stars?
Hell of a lot more viable at 7 stars.
Wow, what a...
Obvious question.
I mean, wow. Heinz, way to drop that knowledge on us. I had no idea that was the
I mean,
case.
the problem is that they're viable to an extent, but not that much. It depends on how high you gear them, of course. They may get some survivability, but the problem with the game these days, as far as when you go up against these guys, they've got to be as powerful as possible. You almost need to max them out to get to their
Yeah.
peak. And it's a horrible thing to say, but it's the truth.
They are viable, but you have to be careful because they don't have... For what they do add benefits just because of, you know, the turn meter and everything like that, but they ain't hitting like they do at higher stars and
If you get
stuff.
them at 4 star, then throw mods on them to get them as quick as possible, at least, so you can share around the inspired mechanic, especially with Finn, to give it to Poe, because
Yeah.
Poe's a bit squishy even at high relic level.
Yeah.
I find normally, so not yet. He's certainly a lot better at a higher star count. There's no doubt, like any character, of course. But they really do thrive in survivability. So the stronger you can get them and the faster you get them, the more effective they'll be.
Yeah. I mean, they are viable, but you have to be careful about that. You know, it's all about using the mechanics and stuff with them. And as long as you have, like, JTR, BB-8, and, say, like, like a tank of some sort, like Holdo or something there that can
Holdo,
protect
yeah.
them.
Yep. Tank and foresight, so she throws that around a bit.
Yeah.
That will certainly help. You need Holdo in that lineup for that extra survivability, I believe.
Yeah, I agree.
And obviously, a quick BB-8 to try and get Illuminated Destiny up as well.
Yeah.
That's certainly true.
All right, Dr. Finn, we go to Michael Huntington.
What? Oh, actually,
Fucking do.
Oh, my Lord. You know my name is Sweary, and I like
So
to
he's singing
get
the sweary song.
sweary.
You can't hear it.
I like to swear all day long, so come do swearing with me. Hey everybody, I'm
She's making her
Sweary
dad a
daughter,
tea.
and I'm making my dad some beeping tea.
How have you been?
We've all been fine, Sweary daughter.
They've been fine, sweary daughter. He's putting on his English accent.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
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 Being crumpet.
The third day of the third month of the
It's
third.
the third day of the third month of the third year. Don't you know?
Oh, aren't you fine lassies? They're speaking in the Irish accent now. Well, let's find them for her.
That's it. I'm going to move away from her. They're in the.
Yes, that's her power. Her magnetism is drawing us in. I was just ready for like 6 F-bombs in a row. All of a sudden, we got one.
You only got the one.
We only got the one. Yeah, so she's alive and awoken, and she's hungry. Mike, run!
Yes, I have. They're watching. They're doing binging on Netflix. So I didn't want to infringe on any copyright. So
No,
I
yeah,
had
we
to get out of there.
we don't want to hear anything. So.
No.
So anyway, that happened. Tradition. It's just not the same without Sweary daughter. All right, so Finn, we have this Star Wars Galaxy Hero thingy, question thingy. So if you want to give one to Mike, that'd be good.
All right, so Mike, question to you from What Else 73.
43. Oh, okay.
42, you heathen.
That answer almost worked. Okay, so here's the question though. What's the order of priority for the 4 Zetas between Mando and Grief?
Oh wow.
42.
I'm glad you
almost
asked me that
answered
question because I don't have any of them.
I do.
We can open it up to others. I can get you another question.
I would have thought
Maybe Rangers
the
question.
first one would have been Grief's Cleanse, wouldn't it? I mean, Ranger.
Yes.
Go for it.
Right. So Mando unique, Grief unique, Mando lead, Grief other one. Good. Rock and roll. That's the way I did it.
I missed it. Hey, go again.
Right. Mando unique, Grief unique, Mando lead, Grief stuff. There you go.
Right. Okay. So the uniques first. Mando unique first. Hey. So yeah. What else was saying about translating? So it's Mando's unique first.
Right.
Then Grief's unique second.
Right.
Then Mando's
Lead.
Mando's lead third, and
then
Grief's
Grief's stuff.
lead fourth.
No, stuff.
Stuff.
Stuff. Whatever.
There's others there. Put it on. I mean, I found that all 4 are important, but if you're going to go in order, that's kind of the way I did it. Was definitely Mando unique, then I did Grief's unique, and then I definitely wanted Mando lead, but if you did like Mando lead and did his 2 first, I'm fine with that. If you're still working on Grief, it just depends on where your characters are. But I think the uniques are, especially if you're going to go like Jango lead, you're not worried about anything else. But definitely want those uniques on there.
And I've got Mando at 7-star, and obviously I've got Grief at the moment at 5-star. So obviously I'm going to focus on Mando a lot more in my.
No, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know. All right. So after that scientific discussion, let's go back to Nev.
We'll go to Mike again because Mike didn't get a question that he was able to answer. So
That's not my fault.
Okay, so Mike, question to you from Asuka Meow.
Meow meow.
And her question is, would it be cool if some Jedi, maybe Sith, had a master apprentice unique, like Jedi Knight Revan and Bastila? So Lumi and Barriss could be one. Jedi Knight Anakin could have 2, one with Kenobi, one with Snips.
No, that would.
Palpatine Vader.
Yeah, I mean, again, so like, I mentioned earlier Eve Koff, and I called him waste of space. I mean, Lumi kind of had. Lumi had her time. I mean, Lumi was meta, believe it or not. For anyone that wasn't at the start of the game, Lumi had meta. And it's been a shame that she's kind of faded away somewhat. I'm catching up on Clone Wars at the moment, and I've just had a Lumi episode. And forget how good she could be. And anything to do, I mean, that's basically what we're now waiting on, isn't it? To give Jedis some viability in the light side TB. We need something. It can't all rest on this Kiadi. So anything like that would just
it'd be fine.
Bolster and give credence to parts of our rosters that we look at and think, why have I had to invest in these toons that literally just gather dust, and occasionally get placed in platoons. That's about it.
That's about it. All right, and now we go to Nev.
The other Brit.
The other Britain.
To the Brit.
Okay.
Bretonian.
So, Nev, question to you from Jared T. And his question is, how would you react? And this was specifically for you, by the way, Nev.
Okay.
So the question is, how would you react if CG required legendary Rey and Kylo for future Galactic Legends? Feel free to drop the word bloody in your response.
Well, I would be unsurprised.
Would you be surprised?
Bloody disappointed. I would be really, 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 really annoyed because, that's something like that. That would just, I mean, I kind of don't care about anything to do with this game except GAC right now. There's nothing in this game for me that excites me or thrills me or entertains me at all. Anything, nothing.
Liar, you love
GAC.
GW.
All about GAC. Don't care about anything else. Everything else is dull, boring, monotonous, uninteresting, and I really, really don't care. So if they took GAC away from, I would care more about them taking GAC away than anything else. I think that would just, that would. Oh God, yeah. The Nev Rage would be epic.
Remember when we didn't have GAC?
Oh yeah, I remember when we didn't have GA, and then GA. Yeah, I remember when we didn't have, Grand Arena. But before Grand Arena, it wasn't. We didn't have GLs.
Tournaments.
No, this is the time, the dark times between tournaments and GAC, where all we had were events, GW, the raids, and TB.
Yeah, but I still had fun with. We still had fun with the raids because we didn't have.
We were still working
Gear
on
13.
Hero
We didn't have
and
Gear
stuff,
13, and we didn't have relics.
Yeah.
So you could still have fun with theory crafting in the heroic Sith raid, and it was all about, can you get 6 million with this team, or can you get 5 million? There was still fun to be had in raids, trying to get but it's just nothing fun anymore.
Yeah. Jared T just donated $2. Says thanks for the response. Cheers. You're welcome, my friend. All right. Next question, Finn, who's on mute.
No, I'm not on mute.
Yeah, your lips were moving and you weren't saying anything.
No, I didn't say it very loudly, but I was saying thank you, Jared.
No, it's always very good.
I thought he was in a kung fu movie.
I know. I was like, I'll show you my pork style.
I'm sure.
Damn you.
You were talking.
Mm-hmm.
Please, come in. Not trouble. Please.
Okay.
All right.
Next question. So we're back up to So we just did a question for Nev. So now we're at Heinze.
We're doing the Heinze thing. So yes, next question to him.
Bring it. Just bring
it. Heinze, question to you from Nathan H. And his question is: I have a 150,000 plus Galactic Republic team for
Over
Arena.
9,000?
How good would my Sith Empire team have to be to replace them in Arena? I know that I need to work on speed mods.
Oh man, it's 2 a.m. here. I've got to do some maths. That's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. Oh, okay.
I mean, the Galactic. I mean, the GP doesn't really mean anything.
No, the GP doesn't matter. It's the Zetas you put on, the speed mods that you have on it, and obviously
Right.
the gear levels. That's certainly the key. The team, I mean, Darth Revan rips through so many teams. It's such a solid, viable counter. Apart from guys like obviously Gas or Galactic Legends, everything else, it'll pretty well rip a new one if it's heavily geared and very fast. But the Zetas, obviously, and the gear is most important. Relics, well, that's taken it to another level, certainly. But I think that's more important than the overall GP. I'm just quickly looking mine up to give you an idea on what mine's at.
Mine's around 130,000, and I eat rapes teams that are maxed out for breakfast, man. I mean, it's like...
Yeah, I mean,
It's the
at the end of
tuning
day-
as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the I mean, the thing with the Sith Empire is who goes when, who does what, and basically, you know, the opening salvo, and that's the battle won already.
Yeah.
So getting the tuning right, as Heinz is saying about this.
I mean, mine's about 140 at the moment. 140.
Yeah.
Standard sort of Sith Empire team's about 140, and that just rips through everything except for Gas and obviously through, you know, the Legends. And the Zetas I've got on it are, just having a look at it now. Oh yeah, it's pretty heavily Zeted. So I've got Malik Zetas on, Revan Zetas on, Basti Zetas done, HK. So the Zetas really throw it around a bit. Focus down on Revan and Malik. If you've got Malik, they'll be solid as anything.
Of course, you've also got your Rey, including ultimate counter with Darth Revan as well, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got
I mean,
Darth
you can
Revan,
use it-
Bastilla.
Absolutely.
There's a-
I mean, it's a solid, viable team. If you've unlocked Darth Revan, farm the crap out of it because it's going to be really solid. You're not going to run it at a lower level.
Yeah.
Just work heavily on that as your main focus because it will work really well for you across the board.
And I'm thinking, Nathan. Sorry, Nathan. I don't know if this is the reason why, and I'm kind of assuming here. When you say Galactic Republic, the Padme team has a lot of counters.
Yeah.
So if you leave it on defense, it's gonna drop. I would switch to your Sith Empire team, kind of like what Heinz is saying. It doesn't have to be better than your Galactic Republic team in terms of gear and all of that, but it needs to be somewhat close, a little less, with decent mods, and switch it because it's gonna last better on defense for exactly the reasons that Heinz was just saying. It's just a much harder team to overcome. There's less teams that can deal with it.
Yeah.
Right. And having a solid Malik is key to taking out Galactic Republic as well. It's very rare that if you've got Malik in there that a Galactic Republic team's going to beat Malik too often if it's really solid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next question for Michael W. Haltington III.
Okay. So Mike, question from RSG Vormax, and the question is: should CG start giving us info on what's next for SWGOH, or keep silent, building expectations just to see it all fall apart like the whole Galactic Legend fiasco did?
I think they're always safer keeping silent, to be honest, because half the time that the information they give out, they then retract or amend or apologize or refund.
Subject to change.
Or, yeah. There's just.
Use your big words, Clone.
How bad is it that we've actually got to discuss this? I mean, seriously, how frustrating is it that we have a game that we love, which we do.
Yeah,
Not
I
everyone
mean,
has
if
to,
you
and we
want
love this
brutal
game.
honesty from them, it'll be we're actually working on the new project.
Yeah, I mean,
I actually got an email from CG Eric yesterday. I mean, that's how it was like. I've sent emails asking questions about various different bits and pieces, and it's like I'm sending an email I'm never going to get responded to. And I sent him one yesterday, and it was like I got a response in 5 minutes. I'm like, what the hell? Is the laptop working again? Seriously, what's going on here? It was like, just, it was one line, but it was like, oh my God, you're walking through the desert, you're starving, and someone throws you a cracker, and you're like, my God, that's the best damn tasting cracker in the world. It's like, I was starving for stuff, and then all of a sudden, just one line, and it's like, wow, that they are alive. Alive.
And that's the point. How frustrating is it that we're at the point that, we don't know. Obviously, we know that there's stuff coming. We know maybe there's a road ahead coming. It's broken at the moment. But they're going to fix that. But, communications are terrible, between the community and the developers. And it's not a great situation. And we're not sitting here jumping up and down going, we want more, we want more. It's just a courtesy thing. We have so many people. Every person that's watching this right now, every person that's out there watching this right now loves this game. They want it to be great. They want it to be successful. And they want it to be just something that we enjoy. And having all of these shadow games, and it's just one of those things that really, grinds my gears a bit, that we just don't deserve this. We just deserve better. We just want to know, okay, you're fixing your code. Great. We should have known that 2 months ago. At least we know that there are issues being attended to, and you guys care about the game as much as we do. And none of us are sure whether that's the case or not. That's not cool.
I think part of the problem, though, and really quick, shout out to Grace Gamer,
Hey.
Who just donated $4.99 and said podcast and
Right.
Heinzie. Love you guys. Forgot how much I liked RSG2. Glad I came in to stream.
Well, we don't
glad
suck.
that you're
That's
here.
true. Thank you.
Love you too,
Yeah.
EGG.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
So I think, to what you're saying, though, Heinzie, I think a lot of us can be a little bit more fair-minded. But I think it is a kind of a problem on both sides. It's a vicious cycle between the players and CG, right? Because CG can make one mistake, and then the community lose trust. And every time then CG says something, the community comes out with posts on forums and Reddit basically saying they're lying, they're awful, this is an awful decision, kind of forgetting the fact that, yeah, this is a game, but this is still a business. They have to find ways to make money, right? So we know they have to monetize it somehow. But the players in general do very negative feedbacks. And over the past few months, how many videos have popped up about the game is dying? Is the game dying?
And I've never been a fan of that. I've never been a fan of that. If you look through, obviously, I do a video from time to time. I've never done a video where I've backlashed at CG ever. I've never, ever disrespected them. I don't believe that's a good thing to do. We love that game and we want a good relationship. Nev, perfect example. He's high-fiving because he got communication from the developer of the game we love. Why are we doing that? It's not cool. And it's not a case of negativity. It really isn't. I really hate with a passion being in a situation where, developer of the game we love, we are disrespecting them, and where there is that tension between it where there just shouldn't be. There wasn't before. There is now. A lot's changed since then. I get that. I know they need to make money. We're all here still playing the damn game. I get that. But on the flip side, we just want to know that that they care about the game as much as we do. Tell me whether you guys think that they do or not. I'd love to know that from you guys.
I think they care about the game, but I think they care about it in a different way than us, right? I think they care about it from a perspective of keeping the coding and the back end functional, right? We look at it from a player perspective and seeing what's in the game. And I'll go back to the Q&A, right? Where there was that question about the defense and how the answer was basically completely wrong. Like it really not how defense worked, where they asked about going over 100% and all of that. And the dev didn't correct it, right? And I think that's a clear distinction between our two groups. And it's fine that I have no issue with the game being run that way, where one group is focused on making sure that the code is running, that they're working on improving, they're creating content. That's fine. They may not be playing the content as much, but at which point then they really need to gain feedback from the other group. They need a player group to do that beta testing, to provide them honest feedback. But it seems like as
it's cool to, maybe they should put something crazy up, like like maybe a game changer program or something. I know. It's crazy,
but here's the problem. In recent couple of years, it has become almost an antagonistic relationship between both sides. Right? Yeah. They always just see the hate coming from the player base. The player base constantly distrusts CG, so they just keep on. And again, it's fueling this vicious cycle where both sides are now kind of cocooning into their own little realms, right? And it seems to be isolating. Like, we just play the game and then we complain. And then the CG developers develop things and just handle it as bugs come in. They don't do anything proactively. And it's not helping the situation. There's no bridge happening between the two. The Game Changer program possibly was that little bit of a bridge that had lasted there for a while. That got removed. So now they really don't seem to have that player input that's really needed on their side. And I don't know how to fix it.
Well, I think, first of all, the player, you have to, CG needs to develop a little bit of thick skin. I mean, no one's kicked their ass harder than I have. But on the other hand, no one's sing their praises as much as I have, because I'm fair. When they mess up, I let them have it. Deal with it. Get over it. I don't care if your feelings are hurt. If I think you're being a piece of shit, I'm going to tell you you're being a piece of shit. However, when you do stuff great, I sing your praises too. You can't take the good and not the bad. Now, also, you have to be open to constructive criticism. If someone just says CG should suck and a fatty, you should just learn to not deal with that. Like, it's like YouTube. You if someone has constructive criticism for anybody in me and Finn, we take it. You know, we look at it and we see if it's applicable, and, you know, it's called critical thinking, and we take it and we see if it's applicable or not, and maybe we change or maybe not. But if someone's just being an ass clown, I'm like, well, delete that message. I don't even give it a second mind. You have to have that kind of mentality when you're in the public sphere, in the social media age that we're in, right? So, you know, I mean, CG has, you know, there's a lot of great things CG has done. And when they do it right, like the new Bounty Hunters, I've been singing their praises to high heaven. I spent money on the game. So that's a thumbs up, you know, but you can't sit there when you mess up and me go off on you and be like, well, he's being mean.
I'm the first person to put my hand up and say, hey, when you've done the right thing, well done.
Yes, absolutely.
No one wants to be frustrated with the background of the game. No one wants that. We all just want to play the game and enjoy it.
Yeah, we want things to work. I'm not asking for over-the-top things.
There's a concept called customer service. And if you deliver good customer service, people will keep giving you their money. It's this crazy concept. But it's really not rocket science.
No.
Point of view. And it might be a simplistic view.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, just you have to you cannot be afraid to get in there and get into the ring, right? You're gonna spar with the players, right? There's certain things players want, and players, hey, I tell you this, was sometimes we have stupid ideas about what we want, right? And sometimes the devs have an idea and they're off base, right? But I think you're 1,000% correct, Heinze. You get in there and you have good constructive conflict, right? Conflict is not a bad word, all right? Constructive conflict is good, right? Because it brings two sides together. And as long as you have a platformer where you're being fair to one another, right? Yeah. Then that leads to positive changes and results that people can get behind, right? But I think Finn's point is exactly right. I mean, you know, CG is just tired of hearing all the negativity. It's a lot of their own doing because of the mistakes they've made, but they've got to go to thicker skin, and the players have to be more reasonable as well, right? We may want certain things, but we have to be fair in the sense that CG can only do certain things, and they have a direction. It's their game. They have a direction that they think is the best way. You know, tough for us. Like, we can give suggestions and things, but if CG thinks a certain character or game mode is what it is, it's their game. They have to have their own thought process and division for that, and we have to accept that.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's more of a case.
Not to like it, but we have to accept it.
It's not that I have anger. It's just fear that the game is obviously going to fall away. And no one wants that. I mean, that's the thing. No one wants, you know, the game not to be successful and continue and be at its peak and the best that the game could be. We all want that, and that's where a lot of people are just frustrated, because we know that in a lot of cases we deserve better. There's so much better communication with a lot of other games that a lot of other people are playing, content creators and not. We know that, and I think that we just deserve better, and we want it to be amazing. We really do.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. But I'm just riding around in a kangaroo down under, so what the hell do I know, right?
Yeah. Well, these things happen. All right, let's start wrapping this up, Finn. So we got some more.
Did you say you're rubbing a kangaroo down under?
Riding. What are you on, man? What are you
Finn
listening to? Wow.
Finn is a lonely man that sleeps with porgs and Ewoks.
I swear I heard you said you were rubbing a kangaroo down.
He got jealous because he likes furry things. So I mean,
Yeah.
don't take it in any.
I mean, you're welcome to rub that kangaroo. I'm not going to stop you, Heinzie. I just wanted to
Ride it. We can
Ride the
put a
kangaroo.
I don't want to ride a kangaroo either. Just
It's called Ruba. It's called Ruba, man. They're cheap.
no, thank you.
Just beware of koalas. They're full of chlamydia.
Use Vegemite. It'll be fine. All right. Next one.
Mikey, I'm trying to cut down on that, man. I've been better since I cut down on that. So
On the Vegemite, okay. Yeah. Science again. It's coming forth. All right. I forgot where we're at. Yeah.
Yep, Heinzie. Question to you from Nathan H. And the question is, what is the recommended Zeta order on gas?
Yes.
Oh, that's a while since I've thought of that.
Hang on. Shit, I gotta look it up. Hang on.
I think it's
I've done it.
basic first, right?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me look it up. It's on my server. Hang on. Give me a moment.
I can remember this. Hold on. I'm trying to help you, Heinzie.
Let me bring it up. Hang on 1 second. I'm bringing it up now. I did a 501st video a while ago and I put all that in there. So, sorry. Here we go. Okay. Zeta order I've got is for gas. I've got Hero with No Fear first, then Furious / then Chosen One, then General of the 501st.
That's right. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Next question, Mike. Nathan H. Question: nothing will ever be as fun as the Galactic chase, but how could CG improve ships?
They can't. The Galactic chase was amazing on 5/21/20. We had the greatest event ever. We got to chase the Y-Wing. I know, because I got it sent to me 900 times in an ad, and it was amazing to be reminded how awesome it was for all of us to get our 4-star Y-Wings.
I thought that was going to be I thought that was going to be
Hello.
Wait, I hear swearing.
Hello there.
Forget that shit. What are you doing with the swearing again?
Fuck yeah!
Ah! No!
Bye.
Mike, you promised!
She stealthed me. What can I say? I escaped and she came and dropped the bomb. What could they do? They could just make it more balanced. I mean, Arena is kind of Arena now. I mean, what you've got Rey and whoever squads, you've got Kylo and whoever squads, you've got Gas squads, you've got Revan squads, you've got Padme, you've got such a variety, and there is a variety within those squads. You've got full Sith empires, and you've got hybrids, and including Geonosians. There's so much going on, and I can't believe that we can't have that in ships at the moment. At the moment you're running either Malevolence or Negotiator.
Yeah.
If you've got a 7-star Y-Wing, you might be running Rebels. Looking on my shard, at the moment, the top 50, it's Negotiator or Malevolence. That's it. Why have we got Finalizer? Why have we got the Raddus? What the hell happened to Tarkin's Executrix? I mean, I know these were old metas, but something just... they should all present a problem for another comp and have it opened up a bit. And all I can assume is that the Y-Wing is the first step. If the Y-Wing breaks the domination of Houndstooth, that really is going to change the landscape of ships, I think.
Yeah, I really like the Y-Wing. I just haven't done anything quite with it yet, but I think it's a great ship. But we need more. We need more. We need more ships, not capital ships. We need more ships. Good Lord. It's not hard. All right, next question.
Okay.
Finn's still trying to recover from the F-bomb from Swery. He's looking a little confused.
All right, Nev. Question to you from Dr. Feelgood. So we have this one other serious question, then some fun questions, and we'll wrap up.
Okay.
So Dr. Feelgood's question: the Y-Wing pack is in the store for another 31 days, which I believe is unprecedented as far as a factory. Could this be a prelude to something? Aren't most of
I'd
the
like
marquees?
to think
They're
it
like
is.
about 30 days.
I'd
Usually,
like
I
to
think
right?
most
it
marquees
is.
are about 30.
I think. I mean, I still think that there's the Farm Boy Luke for next month. The major character that they're bringing in, the Y-wing. Showing some love to the rebels. I still would like to think that it's a prelude to Red 5 coming into the game. I just love that. I think something like that would be great. Make Akbar great again, make the rebels great again. Kind of mix up the meta in Fleet Arena. As Mike said, it's pretty stale at the moment. It's either Negotiator or Malevolence, and that's pretty much it. We've got all these other capital ships, and there's just nothing happening at the moment. Maybe an extra rebel in there. Maybe make Luke a tank. A proper full-on, taunting tank, so that you've got something else in there with the Y-wing, and then that's it. We've done enough on the rebels. Now we're going to move on to another fleet. Something along those lines. That's what I'd like to think. But 31 days, is that how long it's going to be in there for? Wow. I mean, to be honest with you, I think that we're going to start seeing packs in the. We're more than likely to start seeing packs in the store that cost money a lot longer. They're going to stay in there a lot longer, and that's because obviously China are about to ban a bunch of games from the store. So EA CG's bottom line is really about to get hurt by China banning the game in their country, because I imagine there's probably a lot of whales and krakens from China spending money on this game that ain't going to be able to spend money on this game easily anymore. So it could have something to do with that as well. They're just trying to leave packs in the store for a little bit longer so that they can potentially increase their bottom line from people that wouldn't normally buy it because they're more casual players, dolphins, minnows, that type of thing, and they might not log in and play it as often. So if they've only got the pack in there for a week, they might miss potential customers. So leaving it in there for a month
Makes sense.
could get them a better return for their investment of putting it in the store.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, Dr. Finn, next question. Heinz's disappeared. Oh, my God. We just have a raid with some kangaroos. Oh, God. Heinz is gone. Oh, my God.
No, that's Heinzie. He's just dressed up as BB-8.
The bald head is confusing us.
Yeah. It's just a different bald head. All right, last question here then for Mike. The question to you, Mike, from John Moran, and the question is, what team does the panel think we'll need for the next Galactic Legend type character? I think I'm going to spend a month gearing Rebels. Which one should I concentrate on?
Oh, all the crap ones.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Calrissian,
that's a little
Hoth
bit
twins.
vague, isn't it? So yeah, Lobot. Some
Calrissian,
Lobot's got
Hoth
to be
twins.
having something. I mean, he's just popping up all over the place, isn't he? Yeah, Lobot. Who else? Oh God, it's so long since I've visited. Oh,
Don't worry, I'm sorry.
The Hoth brothers.
the Hoth
brothers.
Rolo, Captain
Han
Han.
Solo.
Oh my word!
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I actually managed to do that one by running the Hoth brothers.
Bodie Rook, yeah.
The Gear 11.
I'm the
with
pilot.
Malek.
Hermit Yoda,
Biston, Pal, oh boy.
Wampa.
Wampa's not a rebel.
Yeah, but he's still going to be needed for a Galactic Legend Luke Skywalker.
Oh no.
Oh
no!
So I'm wondering when we're going to have to Relic 3 Mob Enforcer.
Oh god. I
Do
pray,
you
I
remember
pray
these
never.
cartoons that you've looked at and you've done nothing, or you've taken to level 50 so you can slap all your mods on there to try and get around the mod cap? Now, good news.
I mean,
You're going to Relic them.
yeah, that's gonna be a sad day for this game. Cup, Relic 3. That will be the death of the game. All right, let's get to the fun questions, Finn. We got some JC fight action today to get to.
All right, so first question. Neo Venom, question. Can you tell Mike thank you? I watched his old Fleet Battle videos and it helped me 3-star and beat Stage 5. So Mike, there's a thank you from Neo Venom.
Oh, no, cheers. Thank you.
who then followed up with Neo Venom's question: how would the Eternal Twins barbecue Sheepy?
I'm gonna let that one let that one go
Slowly.
because over an open fire with some nice seasoning and slow cooked, so the just get that lean.
Some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that
And
far.
maple. And some maple syrup.
Har.
Maybe some rosemary.
We'd be having pirate sheepy for dinner. Har.
Next question from What Else 73. Does Mike realize how hard it's been for us because we haven't had an English to English translator for all this time? Welcome back.
I haven't had to translate anything for him yet. You've understood him pretty clearly.
Yeah.
What?
What? Oh yeah, ha ha ha, Finn.
It's funny. I heard Nev speak, but I didn't understand what he said.
Mike, translate for me, please.
He said he hasn't had to translate for me so far. That's what he said.
Oh, that's what he said. Okay, I got that.
That's what he said.
Okay.
All right. Next question from
So you
Minato.
followed it up with, and he would have got away with it if it hadn't been for those pesky kids.
I heard words again, but I didn't understand anything that was just spoken. That's really weird.
Mike. All right. I guess we're pesky kids. All right.
All right.
Next question is from Minato Namikaze for Heinze.
Yes.
His question for you is: who from the RSG panel would you go Rancor hunting with, and why? You can choose more than one. Also, what Star Wars-based weapons would you use?
Oh, we've had this before, I think. I'd
Yeah.
take
No,
Finn.
that was with Porg hunting. This is for Rancor
Porg
hunting now.
is Rancor hunting. Oh shit. Okay, I'd take Finn because he would diagnose the problem immediately and come up with a solution and a remedy. That's obvious. I'd take Ranger because his name's Ranger, so he'd just kick ass because that's just what Rangers do, right? So I'd definitely take them. Ouchie, the Rancor would be shit scared of Ouchie, so I'd definitely take
That's
Ouchie.
not wrong.
No doubt about that. It wouldn't know where to go. It's just mental.
Or it might fall in love and we'll use it as a distraction.
Well, there you go. Weapons wise,
Beauty and the Beast with Rancor and Ouchie.
Tell as old as time.
Wow. Run, my boy. Get moving. Give you a head start. Dead set. Move on.
Rancor and the dumpling.
Oh, she's a star. She's absolutely amazing.
Oh god.
Okay, in regard to weapons, well, you can't say no to a good blaster. We know that. Maybe Cassian sniper rifle could come in handy. That could be pretty good. Chewie's detonators, they could do some good damage from a throw. I'd probably take them with me.
She's going, wait, what?
At the end of the day, as long as there's a few beverages along the way, everyone's a winner.
Yeah, we're all drunk trying to shoot Rancors. Ouchie's just making a love connection.
Ouchie's just gonna turn around and shoot us at this
I know.
point.
You want to do what? You want me to use me as bait? Like, yeah!
Who's making a love connection with? What have I missed?
All right, next question from Scotty for Heinze. When am I getting that photo of your mom? Also for Neil,
shit.
didn't get that
So
link
who
for the
let him in here?
podcast today.
Who let that bloody Australian flog in here?
We'll let
Seriously?
anybody in,
Oh,
yeah.
Australian flog. Oh, damn it. You let it all in. Okay. Okay. Dude, we've talked about this, okay? She swiped left. She said no. Okay. The deal's off. You didn't take her for dinner. You stood her up. That's what happened. So, dude,
Scotty,
seriously,
that's
show some respect,
awful.
man. A bit of chivalry ain't dead, brother. We need to talk. But yeah, she's not happy. She's upset. So yeah, dude, no photos coming your way, bro.
That's pretty awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry Tasker, question: who's fidgeting?
Oh.
I think that might be Ranger.
I'm always moving and doing stuff, so it could
Yeah.
be me. I'm surprised I got picked up. Just me doing something, or Jesus.
No, your mic every now and then when you do that will do a thump 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 thump.
Is it
Without you
really?
realizing.
Are
Yeah.
you sure it's his mic?
How's
It
that
wasn't-
happening? I'm not even touching the desk or anything.
You sure it's his mic?
Well,
Okay, I'm not gonna go any more into that. Next question from Temple. Here's this question for Finn. How close are you harvesting your asparagus? So I need to get 2 more blue mods that have hit speed 3 times. So I'm working on that, and then I'm fairly close on the mod mats that I need for the slicing because I only need to slice up 16, but I am trying to get to 16 blues. A little harder, of course, to get the 3 hits. So that's where I'm currently am with that. So hopefully soon we'll be able to test that.
Now asparagus makes your wee smell, right?
I have a mod asparagus
to the previous one. Anyone else kind of thinking of Austin Powers and a baby's arm holding an apple at the moment?
I was not until you said that. All right, let's go to the next question from Helenix. The question's for Ranger. It says, what words of wisdom do you have for free-to-play and born-again free-to-play players who simply cannot get Pay Ray and Supreme Leader Kylo? And why is the answer pray for mercy?
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and you hit the limitation of the women.
Okay. Next question. Bad Rongo. I licked the like button after my cunt. Do I have corona in the clap now? Mike?
Yes! Time for some penicillin.
Mikey, I've got to say, Mikey, that is the best name, brother.
Yeah.
I should have recorded it. I went through all the titles with my girls the other night, saying my name. So I'm currently awakened. I was Vader's fist before that, but yeah. Thank you. Yorkie doesn't do too badly either. You know that my old York hunt.
Just leave it there.
Oh, shameless plug, actually. If anyone's on Yorkie's ship shard, can you let me know if there's a chat? I'm so trying to not step on toes. Yorkie's doing all right. He's placing in the top 5.
If we're shameless plugging, the RSG Guild
toes.
has a few openings, so if you're interested in joining, message me on the Discord. Let's throw that out there. All right. Next question. Bad Rongo says, Finn, once you're done with GAC, would you sit in on mine? I could use a coach on the corner. Yeah, head on to the RSG Discord afterwards, and I'll be able to hang out in there.
What do you want Finn for?
Because I do my GAC ridiculous.
More fun for me. The hardcore thing. Yeah, it's ridiculous. When you do it though, because that afro is hot.
We've been putting. Finn Ross only makes certain appearances. He's not always available. He's off painting happy little things. All right.
Should be available more.
Oh my god. All right, next question, Nathan H. What are your favorite I Blame Finn moments? And this is for the panel, including Dr. Finn. All right. Favorite I Blame Finn moments.
It's not possible to have a favorite. You know, every time something goes wrong, it's an I Blame
Well,
Finn
I have
moment.
9 million of them that you guys don't even see. Where I'm just like, yeah, it's not good. But I think the butt sock is the greatest one of all time.
The butt sock is a classic.
I've got a newer I Blame Finn. We got a match up today, 29 Rays in Territory War. I'm blaming Finn for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just perfect because you can use it for anything in your life. Like you're walking along and then a meteor strikes you in the head. Before you die, you say, God damn it, Finn.
I know it is. You get hit with it, the first thing you hear, damn it, Finn.
Yorkie's Guild's up against the MC.
Damn it, Finn. See, it just works that way.
Oh, Katan's one.
God damn, I forgot to set my GAC. Stupid Finn.
All right, next question, Gav P. Around the corn, how badass is Heinz's beer stein? I have seen it. It is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Just another day at the office down under. Yeah, it's actually it's by a brewery down here actually.
Yeah.
You read that on Bridge Road Brewers. It's in my home state.
Shameless plug. There you go.
Yeah, well, they're a good beer, man. They make it.
Shame it's just shandy in it, eh, Heinzie?
It's not shandy, man. It's the best Australian ale going around, brother. It's quality shit. We don't drink that.
What is wrong with the shandy? There is nothing wrong. A shandy is very refreshing. Yeah. Shandies are refreshing.
There's
I have
nothing.
no
there's nothing.
Just stop.
No,
Just
no,
stop.
dude, there's nothing wrong with a shandy.
See,
Oh my God.
I'm rather partial to a lager and lime.
Yeah,
There's
lager
nothing
lime's
wrong with a
fine,
dash
but
of
not a
lime in the
shandy.
top or black currant. I mean,
Shandy's
But
cheating. brother.
shandy?
Cheating.
Either that or a double
Shandies
shot.
are awesome.
Shandy's
Shandies and hard ciders. All right.
we could always jump on a diesel train. Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
I miss diesel trains.
I stained my parents' front drive for 5 years after a night on snake bites. Snake bites is half a pint of lager, half a pint of cider
With blackcurrant on the top.
Blackcurrant and Pernod. Yeah.
I don't know,
I miss
LG.
diesel trains. Oh,
Blackcurrant.
We need like a whole translator for this
Can't get
entire
them over here.
segment.
Mike,
Really-
you just can't get
word,
them
word
here.
to the wise, blackcurrant, yeah. And don't overdo it on Bloody Marys. You'll wake up thinking you've hemorrhaged.
Oh,
Yeah.
bad
Th-
horse.
th- I
Seriously,
ask for
bad.
something like that over here, and they look at me like I'm a foreigner.
Oh, because you're outside. It's
Like,
just
what's
crazy
that?
concept, right? Where do you live?
Yeah, blackcurrant
Well,
is not common here.
They just don't know. I worked out for them. Dude, I was in an Irish bar on Virginia Beach, and they still didn't know what it was.
That
I'm
was your
like,
problem. You were
"Seriously?
on
You're an
Virginia.
Irish
You were
bar?"
on Virginia Beach. There, you problem. That was your.
And most people
Oh.
would probably spell blackcurrant with an E. I'm just saying, because they don't know.
It was
I've
St.
got-
Patrick's Day in an Irish bar, and they didn't know what it was.
Well, they've been Americanized.
the-
Get over it.
Best blackcurrant drink ever. We've got a load of Polish moonshiners, and they made blackcurrant vodka. You drank that, and then hours later you wake up, like wondering what hit you.
And you grew hair on your
it's the last
chest that you
12
didn't know
hours.
existed before. All right.
All right, next question. Nathan H. For everyone on the panel except Ranger, is Double Durgan twice as powerful as Durgan, Durgan squared, or to infinity and beyond? Double Durgan is twice as powerful as Durgan.
What is this? This like a power scaling thing with Dragon Ball shit?
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
Yep, it's twice as powerful as.
Well, we know Double Durgan is galaxy level or higher, but like when you apply the Durgan to infinity, then we're getting to multi-universal power level scaling. So I would have. What the hell is this?
That's what he said for everyone except Ranger, and Ranger still answers. Sorry, Nathan H. All right, question from RSG Vormax. Who else's morning got a lot better once you heard Jedi Master Adastra's beautiful and joyful voice on a Saturday morning? It's always nice to have Adastra on. She has her work schedule though, and she's also West Coast, which makes it very early for her. So, but it's always nice to have her on. So I would say yes.
Yeah, she's a very happy young lady.
And then last question from Hellenix for Mike. I've borne witness to a Ranger rant, some Nev rage, some Heinzie Cussenfest, and even a Finn rant, but never a Mike moment. How do you keep your cool in their presence?
He doesn't. He does swear he daughter do all his cussing for him, little butthole.
Yeah, I'm thinking. No, there's been. You can act. Okay, shameless self-promotion from back catalogue, but you will find if you search through my back catalogue, there are titles where I actually say I rage.
Has Adastra stuck any Jedis in your back catalog?
I was waiting for it. You stepped up to the plate. The door was open. You walked straight.
No. You can take you and your dodgy Kit Fisto elsewhere. Yeah. Oh my god.
Because nobody wants
Oh
a
my
Fisto
God.
in the rear.
Unless you're Masters of the Universe.
I'm sorry, but really, the way they looked at that, I mean, I know my game name, yeah, but really, you're gonna put those two words together? Nah.
Fisto's an actual character
Dodgy
in
Jedis.
Masters of the Universe toy line. With a big giant fist. Just gonna let that sink into everybody that is not familiar with the toy line.
You're gonna let your giant
You're gonna
fist sink into
let
everyone.
Big Fisto sink into everybody. are you?
That's why I said it the way I did. Just let that sink right in.
It was intentional. It was working as intended, that comment.
Yes. Like a haiku.
And that's it for the question.
Yeah, that's all we can handle. All right, we got some GAC to do.
Question. Hang on,
Yeah, some guy got some GAC to go.
There are, but we're already past our time.
Yeah,
So
as I said, we have a cutoff time, man. We're not going to sit for 9 hours, on the job.
And thanks to the salty bald Spartan. Just to say, I have been reading the chat.
Yes. So, All right, so this is where we allow everybody to pimp their stuff. As a reminder, real quick, we already go right into GAC after this. We got a lot of GAC fights coming up, so prepare for that. We invite the panel if they want to hang out while we do it to hang out with us some more as we do our GAC Cabra Clan. But that being said, let's let these wonderful panelists pimp their stuff. We'll start with the Nev.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. Right. Okay. So yes, you can catch me on my Pom-Pomtastic account, on my private account. That's Nev. But obviously, I do Escape Podcast and now Geeking Out with Going Nerdy on the Escape Podcast channel. We do everything live on Twitch now, so we do something pretty much. Either Paul or I do something every single day live on Twitch, whether it's Marbles or Jackbox or Geeking Out with Going Nerdy or Fortnite with DMV, which is great because you can just go in the stream and roast him, and it's just a roasting chat. It's so much fun. You get to say, well, you don't get to be nasty. It's no trolling. It's roasting only. And then we're right back around to the Friday for the Escape Podcast. So yeah, thanks a lot. Come and watch us. Sign up.
All right,
subscribe.
Around the world we go to Down Under with Heinze.
Down under. Yeah, so obviously we're doing a fair bit of stuff still. Harpoons and beer, we've still got another round to go. We've got a giveaway kicking in soon as well. We're going to draw it later next week. Yeah, we'll be doing obviously the rounds during the week. So it'll be, is it Monday and Thursday, I think, this week. So they'll be on YouTube, and then we'll be doing the Saturday on Twitch with my boy Grid, who loves his sleep more than joining us because it's far more important. Yeah, I'll let him know about that. Seriously, he needs to put some effort in. No, it's all great. Come and join us. Not hard to find. Heinze, ANZGC is the community. It's not rocket science. We have a ball taking on some whales. We go nuts. I go a bit crazy. I have a few quiet ales. Come and join us. It's the US morning during the week. And it's the evening on Friday night later this week. So come and join us, guys. Hell of a lot of fun. That'd be crazy.
All right, and then finally we go to the other British guy, Michael W. Huntington III.
Okay, so I have a YouTube channel. If you want to go old school and look at stuff pre speed options and auto and everything
before Order 66.
Yes, before Order 66.
Before the dark times.
Yeah, go.
Ye old England.
To October 16, I think it started.
England.
Yeah, Mike is ye old England.
Oh man, I'm gonna
Swagger of yore.
Something soon. Yeah. I record it. I just don't get around to uploading it.
That makes it difficult when content.
Yeah, it does. So I've got a few bits. I'll see if I can put together a little montage of where I am at the moment. And do a catch up. But yeah, I have a YouTube channel. It's Mike Hunt, SWGOH. If you don't put that in, you get different sort of content. Well, maybe not so different, but yes, pop on by. Thank you for having me.
All right, and if you're watching this on RSG, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe before you get on out of here. Now, we're going to get ready in like a couple minutes, or right after this ends, we're going to go right into some GAC fat action. We're going to do my fats. Then we're going to do Fourth Akagi versus Jedi Master Dasha, and then we'll let that little scoundrel Finn do his GAC fight. So it's going to be back to back to back, and we're going to have some fun with that. Tomorrow we'll do some D&D, hopefully, if we can get everybody to do it. We'll continue our Star Wars 5th Edition campaign, so you can check that out tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. And do me a favor, guys, including Jedi Master Dasha and everybody that appears on the Jedi Academy, go to their channels, check out their content, give them a thumbs up, watch their videos, subscribe, support these wonderful people that come here on their own to help you answer your questions and have some fun doing it. So the least you can do to show your support, and what we like to for the community to show our support, is to go look at their stuff and find the stuff that you like and really support these folks and what they're doing, and say thank you in some way for them spending time with you on a Saturday morning. So with that being said, on behalf of myself and the panel, thank you so much for joining us. Give me about 5 minutes. We're going to flip over and go do some GAC. Cabertad, it's time to go do some fats. It's going to be glorious. We're going to slaughter some fools. That's what we do here. But be safe, keep your social distancing, wash your hands, wear your mask, do all that stuff. Coronavirus is still with us. Lots of people still be safe. We want to keep you around so you're watching our streams. And don't worry, we'll have lots of streams for you to watch and keep you entertained while we're all going through this. We'll get through it together. So with that, I bid you a fond farewell, and we'll see you on the other side. Peace out.